All right, welcome to Mastery Monday, September 7th, 2020. Today we are doing an abbreviated Mastery Monday. I'll be sharing what's taking place in the field and leading you through a meditation based on what's taking place. And then we'll meet in a couple weeks from now. So to begin, let's do a short presence and heart soul coherence meditation. So I'll invite you all to close your eyes and take a deep breath into the body, bringing all of your attention here, allowing yourself to center into your body, your space. With your breath, as you're coming more into your body, into your present space, just letting go of all the things that are going on around you or that took place before this time or that will come after this. So with every breath, becoming more centered and focused within your own body, your own space. So just noticing how your body feels, and if you need to adjust your body so you can be comfortable in how you're sitting, how you're being, to allow more relaxation and ability to receive, be present. Breathing into the body, calling in your wisdom, your soul, your higher self, all that is you, your true capacity of your power, your being, your clarity, your abilities, all that you are, just bringing that in. And it really is from within that we're calling it forth. Just allowing that to emerge through your body and your awareness. Breathing through. Breathing into your heart and also your higher heart where the thymus gland is between your throat and your heart. Just breathing through your physical heart as well as your thymus gland area of your higher heart to connect in with this place of purity, this place of pure receiving and wisdom and intelligence, connecting in with yourself. And connecting in with the center of your head, the center of your your higher conscious brain centers in which we receive our higher mind and the higher mind of the collective. You're bringing a gold light here, a golden light vibration here in the center of your head and down into your heart and down into the base of your spine. Just breathing this golden light through the whole center channel of your body, being present here in the whole center channel of your body of light. And breathing that through the whole body. And the energy body. All light. And recognizing everyone else in this circle and everyone else that will be here on the replay, just connecting in this unified field of shared connection here in this light. And then coming back into your individual center. Breathing and opening to receive. Good. Thank you. So we have had quite an intensive last week through the full moon and through through the weekend here. So I know there was a lot of people leading, through this whole week saying, what's going on? I'm having so much tension, or I feel like, there's all these physical things popping up or emotional things popping up, and everything just feels super intense again, right? We had another wave of intensity. And so what the intensity was that was really powerful. So like for me, I planned on taking a few days off, right? I was taking Wednesday, Thursday, Friday off. And I really felt like I didn't take it off at all because the energies were so intense that I felt like the whole time I was just trying to bring myself, oops, sorry. Sorry. Oh, it's going up. So feeling this, sorry, that was Facebook feedback. So, and I was actually in Hot Springs over the quartz crystal. I was actually there with Z. I don't know if any of you remember listening to her on the Unity Consciousness event, Z, Earth Star Healer. And she basically was just resting the whole time too. So it's like, we had come together to do some work, and we basically just took our days off together and relaxed. And we went actually to the quartz crystal space. And I'm just walking along, like walking basically on top of pure quartz crystal, and just asking, what's going on? Show me what's happening. And the Andromedans came in. And as I was walking along, I just felt this energy just whoosh up my body. And what I was being shown was this whole nother level of harmonics integrating into the planet. And this whole other level of harmonics is the next key to bringing this earth, the central sun, and the sun all in coherence with the 12th dimension. And everyone's talking about, oh, we're going to the fifth dimension. And it's like, this earth can't ascend to the fifth dimension if these higher dimensions aren't in place first. And that might not make sense, but all these other higher dimensions are helping us maintain even these lower dimensions, right? And so these higher dimensions are actually creating a field so that we can lift up. So it's creating a foundation, a stronger field, a stronger experience of being able to connect with soul, to connect with our higher selves, to connect with these other beings. And what I was noticing is at any moment that we are not in resonance with just what's happening in our day, in our present day, like say we decide to schedule something, or we decide to do something, and all of a sudden there's all this tension and there's like this moment of friction, like just note that's not in alignment, right? Not in alignment with what's happening on this planet, not in alignment with yourself. And what was really fascinating is as these harmonics were flowing through, and our bodies are trying to integrate, and everything's trying to integrate. And really what's happening is we're not necessarily going to any other dimension. What's happening is we're coming into a unity of dimensions. And so what we're doing is just becoming more and more aware of the qualities of being to be able to operate in a different form, right? So we're just shifting more out of density and polarity into new forms. And so it's really fascinating to me that there's been this whole thing since like the 70s of moving into the fifth dimension, because not once in working with the master beings have I ever been shown that we're moving into the fifth dimension. Not once. I've been taken to the, and that's just my role. It doesn't mean it's not happening. It's just I have a different role. And so it's always going into these much higher dimensions. To give you an example, they take me to the 23,000 dimension, 25,000 dimension. It's like I'm traveling these dimensions to understand, where a lot of us have come from, to be able to bridge the gap, right? To bridge the gap beyond this idea of just a limited fifth dimension, because the fifth dimension is great. Don't get me wrong, it's great. But what we want to do is unify, because we are never not in all the dimensions at once. Ever. It's all happening right here at the same time. So what these levels of frequencies that came in over this past week and the weekend was to get us into more of a field to expand and accept the idea that we're living in this much larger capacity and broader vision of dimensional, multi-dimensional experience, right? So instead of focusing on shifting to one dimension or the other, let's focus on who we are as an individual, because each one of us comes in with a, you know, a purpose, a mission, a soul, capacity, frequency that is aligned with a certain function of a certain dimension of experience on this planet and beyond, right? And so, you know, I work with people who are here in the function of the 22nd dimension. So let's focus on that. Let's focus on what that means. Let's and embody that experience. So, and then what happened, of course, because, you know, the other agendas and experiences that are taking place on this grander scale of experience that don't want us to, you know, calibrate to this new experience of that's taking place. It was really fascinating. I remember I posted in Facebook on, I think it was Friday morning, oh wow, I feel such this relief, such a nice easeful energy, this time of integration. And then literally I posted it and then I went about the morning and all of a sudden, boom, like things were just smooth, easy. My son was just super chill, you know, he was super polite and just being in this easeful space. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, boom, he's throwing this tantrum. And then all of a sudden, I was feeling all this tension and I was just feeling all of this shift and rift. And it wasn't just him, we were just feeling it. There was this rift that just happened in the field. And so I was like, okay, wow. And I felt all this intense emotion coming through my body. And then we were on our way to a friend's house and we got there and she was just like, oh, you know, I could tell she was feeling like, what's happening? Don't you feel that? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, so I sat with it and I was like, what is going on? And literally they showed me in the center of the earth, because of all the matrices that have taken place within the earth, within these false distortions, they just shoved in like this time, like this time matrix, because we're shifting out of time, you know, that the time that we have been keeping, and that's going to be another topic of conversation, but we're shifting out of this time construct, and it's almost like they just threw in a blast of energy to amplify the false time matrix, and it just threw everything. And it was really funny because I was receiving emails back saying I was feeling that relief, and all of a sudden this happened and this happened, and I was like, you know, those of us, we felt it, okay. And that was it. It was like, no, time is what's this whole time false time construct is what's keeping a lot of our ability to shift into these new dimensions, because we get so focused on these little details that are out of harmony, that are out of sync with our true nature, with out of reality. And so it was a really powerful try, right? By these other beings. And so actually I was led and guided into to help the other beings shift out what they did with that time matrix. And we shifted that, and on a, you know, intergalactic level, a lot of help. And then I was really tuning into the sun even over the weekend. They had put up these reflector fields through the sun, and they've done this in the past. I mean, this is an old trick they've been using for a long time, so that they're reflecting back to the planet this loop of energy, so that like there isn't that full stream of energy from the central sun and from the other sun through the sun to the planet. And so there was all this work within the inner sun. They were, you know, there was this battle up around the central sun. I mean, it was just just full on. And I know there was a lot of people saying, you know, I'm having this, you know, feel like I'm going to die, you know, just having these symptoms come through the body, because one, our body's trying to integrate to a whole nother, you know, multi-dimensional function, while there's all this energy, these implants that they're trying to put within our bodies, the earth and the sun, so that we stay within the control time matrix. And so the most important thing that we can do during those times is just be present and reel ourselves back in. You know, if we find ourselves getting caught up in the emotion or getting over focused on a physical symptom and saying, oh my God, this pain or this, that, it's like, or this experience, whatever, it's going, okay, something's happening. But what I need to do is just take a moment. Take a moment, let's get centered, let's get present. And even if I don't know what's happening, that's totally okay, because my presence and just being in my space and my experience is the most important thing that's going to help me get through this, right? And or reaching out to somebody that may also be feeling what's happening in the field and being able to shift with you. And so I know for a lot of people it brought up these movements into these new frequencies are always going to bring up those things within us that aren't in coherence with that new alignment, right? The new frequencies. And it's also going to bring up those parts of us that are still embedded, right, in the old matrix. Like for me, mine can be time and totally be time, because I'm a doer, I'm a generator, I'm like, let's let's go, let's get it rolling. And if there's something that happens that I feel is not in alignment with my time, sometimes I get, a little friction. And that's what happened, because we were just rolling. I was flowing during that morning because I've been working with that for a long time just to shift it. And we were just having a nice flow. Then all of a sudden it was like, it felt like out of nowhere, that whole thing was triggered for me. And I'm just like, whoa, so that's what can catch our attention. If it seems like it's an old pattern that doesn't seem to fit in with where we're at actually in that moment, or what's happening for us, or it's an old thing, just remember that it is something that still is in our system, but the intensity of it may not be as intense for us. It's just because there's all this whole other field throwing it at us, right? And that we just have to say, oh, right, thanks, no thanks, right? No thanks. And it's challenging because, it happens. These agendas are just on the fly right now, and it's going to continue to be that way as we move forward. And so I'm just wanting to set us up to, and that's why I've been doing this work through Mastering Monday and through all these other things over this time with the Unity Consciousness event and everything, to understand who we are, right? To understand what's right here, what power we have, what capacities we have, and to create and have the tools and the abilities to navigate, right? To navigate these times. Because sorry to say, it's only going to get more and more intense. And that when we have physical things or emotional things that come up that seem just overwhelmingly we get ultra focused in those places, just go, okay, wait, I'm getting way over focused, way caught up in this thing that's happening. And what I need to do is just recognize that this thing is happening, but what am I going to do to mitigate it? Because the more we get ultra focused on it, the more we exacerbate it, right? Where our attention goes, our energy flows. So not to say that they're not real experiences. I don't want to downplay that these things are not real experiences, because they are. But I just noticed for myself that when I'm having a physical symptom, or I'm having something, like most of the time, it's just super intense tension going through my body. Like my body is just like, whew. What I do is go, okay, my body's tense, or I have pain in my body. What am I going to do about it? I stretch, I relax, I breathe, and I just notice that it's there. I notice that it's there, but I don't go, oh my gosh, this pain. Oh my gosh, this tension. I'm just like, okay, it'll dissipate. Once this energy calms down, and once we do some integration and we work with this energy, just ask our higher self, our soul self, let's just integrate. Body, let's integrate. And let's shift out what's not in the best for this integration right now. If there's something up right now in my field that needs to be looked at because it's not going to allow this full integration, then let's do that. It's really giving yourself permission to get underneath it, get underneath it and recognize that you're not that. It's just something that's, taking place within the energetic realm that we can shift and work with. So I want to lead you through a meditation now, and to integrate these energies and to shift anything that may be taking place in your field that is, a challenge with these new frequencies coming in, or if any of those implants and manipulative energy did affect your space. We're going to tend to that as well, because it was super, super intense. And just to give you an update, when I looked into the field today, there's still a lot of going back and forth on these dimensional levels, but it's definitely not as direct, as it was on like Friday and Saturday. And so there's just more of a relaxation in the field, and they're taking a break a little bit, so all right, let's go into meditation here. So let's close our eyes, and again, just focusing in the center of your body. Focusing in the center of the body, and just breathing through and recognizing that we're here, that we're right here, and that we have access to the support, we have access to our higher wisdom, we have access to all that is flowing through, in a way that can optimize our experience and be present with this experience easefully and gracefully. Just breathing through the body. So right now we're going to bring in a white waterfall of energy from the top of your head. Just imagining this white waterfall of energy going through the top of your head, down through all the cells of your body, and through your energy body. And this white light is a light of nurturing, of easeful integration, of easeful noticing of anything that needs attention, and letting this white light also just move through any places that feel out of alignment, out of balance, any pain, any grief, any other emotions or physical things, just allowing this white light to surround it and ease it. Lift some of the intensity, and just bringing nurturing soft love and compassion of who we truly are, our inherent space, just flow through the body, just letting it flow through. Good. A fluid stream of white light. Going through the body, going through the energy body. And as this white light is coming down through the body, just letting it out through the feet and the toes, connecting in with the pure energy channels of the earth, where all is in coherence and resonance and pure flow of the grid of the energy. Just sharing in this energetic flow with the planet, and then breathing up this energy from the planet, this white light through the pure energy grid of the planet. In this space, asking to calibrate in with these harmonics, these energy fields that are taking place through the planet in balance. And the earth is going through its own, as we know, through all the climate shifts on the planet and everything. It's shifting in its own magnetism. And so as we're shifting in magnetism, we want to come into harmony with this magnetism and allow it to calibrate within our bodies as well as the earth's body. So just asking for this equilibrium to happen with the harmonics of the planet through our own field, our energy centers, our nervous system, our energy flowing in through the planet, through our bodies, with the intention of balance and harmony through the whole body and through the whole earth. Every cell of our body is asking, as this flow is still continuing, asking every cell of our body, every strand of DNA to calibrate to the level that is here for you now. Each of us is going to be different. Just asking the body to easily calibrate to the level of DNA frequency, of energy frequency that wants to go through all of our DNA. I know lots of us have been going through many shifts right now of up leveling and upgrading. And so just asking all of this integration to take place within the physical expression of the DNA. Good. And as this integration is taking place, just noticing anywhere in the body that you've been experiencing any resistance or any emotions or any physical symptoms, and just asking, as this integration with the DNA is taking place, that the body is recalibrating for those things to shift as well. So just bringing your attention to that area or areas of your physical body or energy body that these things are taking place, and allowing the DNA in that area to also just really calibrate in to release this old program or dynamic from the physical body, from the mind construct, from the emotional field. Taking some breaths here and allowing that to take place. Good. And just also noticing as you're breathing through the body and this DNA integration continues to move through, is noticing anywhere that you respond or react and allow these energies, when they are intense, to activate any old programs or beliefs or ideas that allow any of these manipulative energies or implants to take place. And so just noticing those for yourself. What are they? And it's okay, without judgment, just coming into a neutral space, just allowing ourselves to notice, because we get to shift that energy. We get to use our conscious awareness to shift that energy right here and now. So bringing your attention to anywhere in your body that you feel it, or your mind or your energy field, just bringing your attention and awareness around that. And just asking from its causal source, from the very first time you ever experienced it, whether it's in this life or another life, to uproot itself out of your field, out of your body, out of the cells, out of the memory bank of your field, to uproot itself from the causal point. And underneath it, bring a golden light underneath it. The golden light being your pure essence, your truth, your power, your force, your full capacity of wisdom and knowledge, of who you are, to uproot that causal point. It no longer serves, it's no longer needed, and just uprooting it up and out of the body, and with it, all the other residual energies around it and all the other domino effect energies of emotions and experiences, asking them all to uproot and come out of the body, an energy body, sending this golden light through the whole body, underneath it, helping it lift up and out, and to replace it with your pure essence, your capacity, your power, your force that is true, that is in coherence with who you truly are. Just taking some breaths here and allowing this to take place. Good. Continuing that energy to move through, knowing that this will continue throughout the day and that you can always return to this for more conscious awareness, connection with it, and work. But just allowing this, taking a few more deep breaths with this light, lifting all of those up and out. And as they're lifting it up and out, this golden light is also surrounding them to transform them into just pure energy. Alchemy, we're just transforming all of that old stuff into pure energy. No longer a thing or a program or a construct, just energy, pure energy in its purest form. All of it pure energy. And if you feel that you've cleared this and really transformed those energies, just ask for that energy to reclaim into your body. Reclaim all of that pure energy back into your body so you have that energy, that power. And if you feel like you're still working on transforming it, don't reclaim the energy. Just allow that energy to continue to transform and dissolve and shift out of the body. Reclaim it if you're ready. Just reclaiming all of that energy into all the cells of your body to optimize this DNA integration and any other transformation that's taking place in your system. Allowing for your body to be present with all of these dimensional shifts. Just bringing in right now any guidance from your inner self of how to move through this more easily and gracefully. What can you do for yourself? Any self-care or any actions, anything, just asking your higher self, just allowing this information to come through. And whatever it is that's coming through, just saying thank you to yourself. And right now, again, bringing this white light through the body as a waterfall, just noticing if there's anything else that you just want to bring attention to, of integration, of love, of compassion, of care to yourself in this moment. Allowing all the cells of your body to anchor in these integrations and transformations. Letting that white light flow through all the cells and all the energy body. Again, to smooth your field, to smooth your experience. And allowing yourself to give yourself some space and love right now for anything that has taken place over the last week or few days. Just noticing that it's intense and it's okay. We're going to go through these highs or lows or moments of tension, and just allowing yourself to come into a space of breath through the heart, compassion for yourself, compassion for the whole collective of the whole experience that's taking place right now that we're all navigating and moving through. As much as we can, opening up all the cells of the body to this inherent love, this inherent compassion, inherent connectedness to all that we are. And sending this love, we're going to create a golden light forward on a path forward through the rest of the day, in the week, in the month, and just sending this love and compassion and space of beauty within ourselves to be present in every ever-changing moment. Just sending this energy down into the future, through the future, this golden path of yourself, your life, your path, with intention to be centered within your present soul experience, with as much ease and compassion and love and joy and freedom for any moment that comes up. And then this collective field, let's imagine a golden ball of light. In this collective field of all of us that are present, all of us that will join the replay, and all of us in the collective as a whole, in the unified field, just sending all of this love and compassion and beauty that we all are, strengthening the field of each one of us being focused within our true soul self, our power, our capacity, and love and support, and knowing this field is supporting us as well. Good. And once again, centering into the center of the body, and the golden light in the center channel of the body, in the center of the head, down through the throat and the thymus and the heart, through the solar plexus, the sacral, and the base of the spine, this golden center channel of light, present and focused here. And asking the body and the energy body to calibrate right now to a frequency that allows you to go through the rest of your day with more ease, an inner connection to yourself, and compassion and focus and groundedness through your day. And a few more deep breaths, just focusing within this center, allowing the body to calibrate. Drawing your energy into the center of your being. Good. 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 And then when you're ready, opening your eyes and looking out at your space from this frequency, from this field, allowing yourself to integrate into the space around you from this. Knowing that this frequency is alive in everything in the room around you now, and calibrating in it and recognizing it, embracing it. Good. Thank you all so much for being here. And again, I really appreciate your presence. And uh, in 2 weeks, we'll gather again to connect. And in that space and time, we'll do a normal Mastery Monday where we're able to share and connect and support each other as well and receive any guidance. And so, and if anyone wants to put in chat or send me an email on, maybe what you uh, are experiencing and what has come through for you, I'm always open. I love to hear what's happening in your field as well. So may you go forth in your day with love and peace and joy and connectedness in your heart's mind, soul, and experience of all, and blessings to everything that's taking place. And just really allow yourself to soak this in and be, and give yourself the ease and the grace and the space to create something, that you enjoy today, right? Remember that the one thing that we can really do is always remember, what do I enjoy? And let's do that, as little or as big as it is. So much love to you all. Enjoy your day, and we'll be together again soon. Peace.